Hi everyone, so this video is going to be on Season 7, Episode 10 of Rupaul'S Drag Race, also known as the episode where the world just went. So to start off this episode, in wake of Miss Fame's elimination, Violet says she's going to miss Miss Fame, and she was nice, and people were kind of mean to her, and I agree with that, and there's people there that are less deserving, i.e. Kennedy. And then there's a congrats to Ginger, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Pearl was not expecting Fame to call her out in the last episode, so that was a shocker. And then Katya says Violet needs to be more versatile because, you know, she's good on the runway, but what else? And I think she does everything great. So there's that. And they come back into the workroom the next day, and Fame left everyone a note, and Pearl says, I can forgive, but I can never forget. And this week's mini challenge is the face taping, and it's the fake housewives of RuPaul's Drag Race. So they have to tape their face up to look funky, and like they got a lot of plastic surgery, and then they're gonna film this like stiff monologue things. So my favorite one was definitely Pearl's, because she goes, her nose is taped up, and she goes, people call me a slut, but I'm also an alcoholic. It's fucking funny. Violet looks like Kelly Mantle. And then there's the comment from Violet that Kennedy looks the same, and she does. Pearl, so funny. Ginger, the secret to success is being God's favorite. Look like a pig. Trixie, how do I sleep at night? Ask your husband. And I think the best part about Trixie's was her eyelash was taped up. Gold. And then Katya was obviously hilarious about the constant threat of danger keeps you so thin. Katya's always funny. And Violet wins this challenge as Kelly Mantle. So this week's masking challenge is Prancing Queens, and so they have to do a dance of a mashup in half drag, half woman, or half queen drag. So Violet wins, so she assigns the groups of Violet and Katya, Ginger and Trixie, and Kennedy and Pearl. Violet and Katya have like the tango mixed with, I don't even know what it was mixed with. I don't think they really said, but maybe they did and I didn't catch it. But Ginger and Trixie are the country robot, and Kennedy and Pearl are the Charleston twerk. So, in the workroom and in the RuPaul, this is what I've collected. Violet is an aerial performer, which she tells RuPaul, which I've seen, and if you have not seen the video of her aerialing to Million Dollar Man by Lana Del Rey, you need to look that video up because it is my favorite performance of Violet. But RuPaul says he wants her to work through her rhythm problems and work it out. And then Katya is continuing with Violet needs to bring something else. So that's workroom, blah, blah, blah. That's that. Ginger and Trixie, well, Ginger doesn't dance at all. So there's that. Ginger's concern is the live aspect. And Trixie is concerned with being outshined by Ginger because that was her critique from last week. Which I think was mean of Violet to put them together. Because that was her... I don't know. She doesn't want Violet, but Violet's strategy here was putting her with Ginger again because Ginger would outshine her again. Because she wants Trixie to go home, but it didn't work. And this episode's fucking. Anyway, back to the thing. Kennedy and Pearl. So Kennedy is a dancer. Wow. Good for Kennedy. And RuPaul wants Pearl to shine and show it off because, you know, Pearl's not a dancer, but, you know, Kennedy's going to help her. So I think Violet was assisting Pearl in this, though, because Kennedy is a dancer, that it was kind of like, I'll take it. Alright. So Carson Kressley and Kim Johnson from Dancing with the Stars are here to help dance. My conclusions are Pearl can't do the same things as Kennedy, and Pearl twerking was beautiful and hilarious. And Kennedy says Pearl's technique is the issue here, and they just gotta practice, and they'll work it out. Violet struggles with the voguing, which is weird because Violet is Vogue. And Katya is freaked out. Can't dance. Violet can't get the leg flick, and Katya's frustrated, and her fear and terror and confusion. On to the next. Ginger is struggling and Trixie's getting it. Like, I was really surprised about Trixie just got it compared to others. Then there's a lift from Lifty Trixie's Ginger. Yeah, Trixie lifts Ginger, and it was kind of like a struggle. And, you know, Ginger's not light. She's a bigger queen, so it's just kind of like, why would they put that on Trixie, you know? Anyway, so, workroom drama. Katya is finding Violet more likable than she thought, and she admires Violet's confidence. And I'm loving Violet at this point because she's, like, beautiful and fucking funny, and she's totally changed from the beginning, so I'm happy with her. And then Kennedy walks in and says the old lady brigade is still kicking, but there's like 2 of them. I don't really consider Katya part of them because she's not bitter and she's funny and nice, and Ginger and Kennedy need to go home. So the runway. So this runway I love because you'll see. RuPaul looks really fucking good with that tearaway he did. Girl, you go. So the judges this week, before I get into these runways, are Michelle, obviously, Carson Kressley, Rachel Harris, who's really funny, and Alyssa Milano, pregnant Alyssa Milano. So, this will be good. So Pearl, what I have written is, oh my god, yes, bae. And they said to her, what is she? A bisexual's fantasy. And she's just everyone's fantasy. Because look at her. Look at that. Kennedy, I wrote bad. Real bad. That's my interpretation. I hate it. Trixie, I love the country look, and it's very smart because they're doing the country thing. And Ginger doesn't read country at all to me, so I don't understand what the thing was. And then Ginger's was short on her woman's side and really tight, and I didn't like her makeup on her man's side. What's going on? Violet, I loved her Spanish look with a mustache. She's fucking killing it. Every runway from Violet is always a runway to be watching. And then Katya, I love both of her sides. And then, so funny. Okay, so, critiques. Well, this is actually the dance, so here we go. The dance. Kennedy and Pearl get the choreography. You can tell. They got this. And then Pearl kills the twerking part, which I thought she wasn't going to do well. I thought it was funny. And it's hot, and they do so well. And then the Pearl humping Kennedy was so funny. And God, they transition. Okay, here's the thing about why I think their performance was the best. Well, Kennedy is a dancer, one, so that lends to the craft and the art. But Pearl switched facial expressions between her male side and her female side. So when they were doing the humping thing, she was like on that side, but then she easily switched into like beautiful on her woman's side. She did a great job, and Kennedy seemed a little stiff, but which is weird, but Pearl was supposed to be stiff, but I felt like Kennedy, you know, you go into the competition and you're going to do your worst at what you do best, so that's kind of what happened, I think. So Trixie and Ginger, Trixie's really cute, and she doesn't drop Ginger, so I'm proud, and their dance is like nothing special to me, I don't know, until the robot, that's when it got like good. But I don't think that's their fault. It's the choreography. Like, they didn't make it up, you know? I wrote Trixie's skin. And Ginger's back. Oh my god, the bottle of the head. I don't know what I wrote about Trixie's skin. I don't know what I was thinking. Or was it split? Is it split? She was split? I don't remember. Okay. On to the next. Katya as a man looks so good with Violet, and they work that vote out. And Katya and Violet do well, and then the Katya split, and the ending is just, it's just so well done. Everyone did so good. So proud. Okay. Critiques. So Pearl looking good as a man and a woman, obviously, but the lack in technique was made up with her enthusiasm, which I think has to do with the facial expression thing that I was talking about earlier. And she says her and Kennedy have such a flasse-da, and yeah, flasse-da, works for me. Kennedy didn't have too much energy, but she was selling it, and it looked effortless to the other person. So Rachel Harris said it looked effortless. Trixie nailed the runway, is what she's told, and it's campy, and it was a strong dancer in country. I don't know what that meant. I don't know what I'm writing anymore. Let's be real. Ginger's butched up guy side was really butched up. Not bad, but not good. So hard for me, blah, blah. Biggest fear, dancing in public, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm over Ginger. Glad she was in the bottom 2. Spoiler alert, I'm getting there. Katya's black hair compliment, and she looked like a hot, douchey guy. True. And then Violet is an absolute work of art. And perfect time for tango. So RuPaul says they were all so good, and Pearl was the hottest guy and confident. Kennedy was the strength, and her dancing was a con for Carson, which I think I agree with. Trixie was loved by Michelle, meh for Rachel. Ginger was meh on the runway and felt like it was a joke, but they were given kind of, you know, a joke routine. Like, country's not serious. A joke robot, like. Anyway. Katya was gorgeous girl and a meh boy, and then Violet was the best runway. Taylor Swift in heels, great job. So, they were judged in pairs. I like how they told Nat, you know, right before, lip sync for your life, judged in pairs. So Katya and Violet win. They win. They win a gown and a gift card to Kind Epstein Parker, which is where RuPaul gets a suit. So that's exciting. Pearl and Kennedy are safe, which I'm glad. If they weren't going to win, I'm glad they were safe. And then Trixie and Ginger are going to lip sync for their life, and Trixie goes home again. What? And the problem with this, I think, is not that it's not that Trixie's going home again. I'm not just mad about that. It's just that the fact that Ginger didn't do well. Like, and consistently hasn't done the best. And, you know, I didn't think Trixie was that bad, but the reason they were in the bottom was because of Ginger. So why is Trixie gone again? I hate it. Alright, into Untucked. Just straight in. So this week, no one seemed confident, like, about where they were. For some reason, everyone thought they were the bottom, and then the people that thought they did well didn't do. I'm very confused this episode. So, my favorite thing about Untucked is that there's the acknowledgement of Pearl being so hot, and I'm just like, yes. And I think it's funny that Kennedy said it, because, you know, I never really agree with Kennedy, like, ever, if you've watched these videos, you know. So, it's like, it's funny. It's great. I love Pearl. Sorry. But first it starts with Kennedy saying it, and then Violet gets into it, and Trixie gets into it, and everyone, you know, Pearl's hot. There's, like, no denying. And then Katya and Ginger are worried that they're going to be the bottom 2, and it's kind of just funny because Ginger is the bottom 2, and Katya wins, and that's what everyone says is going to be Katya and Ginger in the bottom 2, but it's not. So there's a message this season from this episode, from Alyssa Edwards to Kennedy Davenport, and afterwards Kennedy's like, we had a romantic past, and I'm just like, oh, they fucked. And then it was just like, it's nice Alyssa took time out of her time to, you know, congratulate me, tell me where I even came from. And then I think the best part about this whole Alyssa thing is Violet goes, oh shit, I did her on Snatch Game, what's she gonna think? And if you have not seen the video of Alyssa reacting to Violet, it's artistic. Pearl and Katya are outside, and they're so cute, and I love Pearl, and I love Katya. I hope my top 3 at this point, since Trixie's gone, is Pearl, Katya, and Violet. I hope that is how it goes, because if Pearl gets eliminated, I will cry. And this video will just be a mess. Okay, so Pearl's, like, thinking this is her time to go, and Pearl is like, you know, I auditioned with the song that we're lip syncing to tonight. I think it's gonna come full circle. It's just, I feel like this is my time. And I just didn't feel like she did bad. Like, I know she's stiff, she's not a dancer, but I didn't think she did bad. She pulled it off. Everyone pulled it off this episode, so I'm glad. And then there's not much else in this Untucked. There's like a lot of the same topics. I didn't watch it again to write notes. I just kind of went off what I remembered. But Trixie went home, and they kind of talked about how, you know, I don't think Trixie even felt she deserved to go home this time. Like, the first time, I think she got, like, I can justify, like, justice for Trixie, you know, why she went the first time. I'm glad she's back. I can justify why she came back. But I cannot, in my pink little brain, understand or comprehend why Ginger is still there and Kennedy's still there. Okay, I get it this week. Kennedy's still there. Dancing challenge. She's a dancer. Got it. Okay. Next week, Ginger and Kennedy can't sew. Peace. Bottom 2. Go home. Double elimination. Please. So that concludes this episode of my reviews. I hope you really enjoyed how much I hate the eliminations this season. If you agree with me, please leave a comment down below and tell me how much you don't like Ginger and Kennedy, and if you like them, let me know why, because I'm very confused on what your views are on life. And also like this video if you think Pearl's hot. That means everyone who watches this will like it. You have to think that. You have to. Yeah, I think that concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I love making them, and I will be making another one next week. Quick side note, I have got a real job. So I don't know how fast I'll put these up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film on Tuesdays and upload on Wednesdays and Fridays. So it may be weekends, which I don't want to do. So I will find the time to upload these videos on Wednesday. I will try. I might just be wearing no makeup is my thing. I might just be wearing, you know, makeup that I worn all day. But I will try to do tutorials on the weekend to make up for, you know, not being able to film one. So yeah, it's just kind of a new challenge I'm taking on. Balancing YouTube, school, work, family, and, you know, all of this, but it's very fun and I am enjoying it. So I'm glad that I have all these opportunities, but I just wanted to let you know, for if anything goes wrong, you heard it here in this video before I had to tweet about it and like warn you. And also, if you wanna, if I put any more updates out, I will put them on my Twitter and I'll let you know when things are going up. So please be sure to follow me on my Twitter, and also follow my Pearl blog because Pearl is beautiful and you want to see that. And yeah, I think that concludes this. I've said that like 3 times, but I know I just needed a side note. But thank you guys again. I love you and I love all of this. So let's just keep doing drag and being like perfect.